Today, as part of AIB's The Future Project, we're having a chat with David Lynch, a 22-year-old filmmaker from Naas in County Kildare. David works full-time in the industry, working on commercials and national broadcast programmes. He also writes, directs, edits and produces his own short films, and had his very first one accepted into the Galway Film Fleadh. David joins us on the line now to have a chat about his work in filmmaking, as well as looking to his future career. So David, thanks a million for chatting to us tonight. You've been very busy in the film industry since you got involved. How did it all start for you?
Basically, I had always had an interest in it, and I started off. My initial career was in rugby, so I played Irish under-18s, captain Irish under-18s, played Leinster 20s, was in Leinster Sub Academy, and then that career didn't fully materialise, and then I was kind of stuck with deciding what to do with my life. So I always loved film because you have all these hours in camp to watch stuff and spare time, so I decided to pursue that, and I kind of used the stuff I learned from rugby and applied it to the film industry, so determination, all these kind of things, and it's been a good year, but I'm still really young and I've a lot to prove yet.
Okay, and since you've gotten involved then, what are the main challenges that you've had to deal with during your filmmaking career?
The main challenges I've had to face so far is just being taken seriously, because there's a lot of traffic in this industry, and it's kind of hard to get taken seriously when you're so young. So you really have to have people skills and be persistent. Like for every job you might get, you're turned down by about 10. It's not impersonal, it's just the way it works, and you just got to be used to working minimum 12 to 15 hour days. That's the main thing, because you get up at 7 a.m, you might be wrapped till 9 p.m, and then the next day is the exact same. So they're the main challenges, just having charisma, energy, and like trying to maintain some creativity, and also trying to make an impact on people to remember you and hopefully bring you back. Personally, my main challenge when I'm writing and making stuff is, I call it economic writing. It's basically knowing that you're working on a micro budget, or you're producing it yourself, so you might only have a few €100, or like that's all you have to work off. So you basically have to write material that obviously can't have big explosions of effects. So it's kind of trying to squeeze as much creativity out of minimum work as you can. I think Ireland does that very well with the dramas. You look at Love Hate, which is really, really well made and really well written, and in America it'd probably be made a different way, but it's just because it's Ireland that's unique and it's the style it goes for.
And you've hopefully got a very long career ahead of you in filmmaking. What are your goals over the next kind of 5 or 10 years, and how do you see yourself going about achieving them? My main goals for the next 5 years, I'm very young, this is my first year properly in filmmaking, so I set up my own company about 3 months ago, just for copyright reasons, for my own material, and just to have my own kind of base, and I hope to expand that company. But I also hope to continue to make short films, like my first one, Stay, which was in Galway Film Festival, or Fleadh. I've also entered into Sundance, Santa Barbara, Seattle, the LA Irish Film Festival. They're all a long shot, but if you don't enter it, you never know. They won't get accepted if they're not entered. I have my second one finished, I have my third one shot, my fourth one written, and I just hope to keep making them and learn my craft, and hopefully the standard keeps getting better and better. But my main goal is, by the time I'm 25, I want to have my first feature written and directed. Pilgrim Hill, for example, is a great inspiration. That was made on, I think, under 10 grand, and it was the exact same format, just produced by the director, written by the director, and he just had a goal and wanted to do it, and he did it. Well, David, that sounds great, and it's been brilliant chatting to you this evening. Thank you very much for coming on to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
That's all for this evening's feature as part of AIB's The Future Project. Stay tuned to iRadio to hear more from up-and-coming talents from all around the region.
With AIB The Future Project, Allied Irish Bank plc is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.